Hello, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel for hopefully the last video making ephemera for the wedding journal. And I'm going to use these napkin collage sheets that I made in that magazine that I've got where I do a bit of collaging. I did them a few weeks ago just because I thought it would be handy to have them for any bits and pieces that I might need to make near the end, which is where we are now. I've got 2 pages, and I just did the backing with some book page and some sheet music pieces, just collaged that first, and then I went over the top with these really pretty napkins. So I thought certainly one of them I'm going to just make into journal cards. That's what I need, I think, for my journal. And I think the other one I might do some other bits and pieces, perhaps some longer, thinner things, or even more journal cards. I'm not quite sure yet at the moment, but I think for this one, I do know I want to make some journal cards. It's 8 inches wide, this sheet, so I want my journal cards to be about 3 by 4. So I thought I can cut that down at 4 and then cut it into pieces, or I might, I'm not sure which way around I'm going to do it, but so that's what I've got. And especially for you, Rhonda, I have decided to use this big boy. This is my caterpillar. Rhonda was asking me whether why I'm not using it, and I think I just put it by, and I think I struggled with it a couple of times, and I just got the other one out, the old one out, and haven't gone back to this. But it is quite a good cutter, so I thought I'd give it another go. So you can see it. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to cut this way at 4. I think I'm going to put that at that end, and then I know I've got, because I want to do them vertically in portrait style, these journal cards, because I think generally journal cards either go in somewhere sideways or they pop into a pocket, but they always seem to be better if they're in the portrait orientation is what I'm looking for. Let's see if I can make this thing work. So I know I have to push it in at the side and then drag it towards me. Unfortunately, I've cut the hummingbird's tail off, but never mind. Right, so yeah, that seems to have worked quite well. I have collaged purely with glue stick on these. I hope that's straight. So now I'm going to I don't really need to open it out actually, do I? Because I'm only doing little cards. So I want to do I was going to go 3 inches. Yes, 3 inches high. 3 inches, that's it, I think. Then I'm going to end up with them the wrong way around, aren't I? No. 4 inches. Oh, this one's come off a little bit. I'm trying to figure it out to see which way around, and I've got a little bit coming up there, so I just need to glue that bit down. A little bit of tissue paper's just coming up. Glue that down while I think how I want these to go. So I wanted them 3 that way and 4 up, don't I? Yeah. Right, so that means I need to do them that way, don't I? Yep. They appear to be a bit smaller than I planned, but never mind. And another one that way, 3. And the last one, so this is 5.5, so I need one at 2.5. I think I'll do one at 3, and then the last one's 2.5. I might do this one at 2.5 actually. And that maybe end up being a little tag rather than general card because it's a bit small. And then I've got that one. And this one, I've got that. I might make that a little bit, no, I think 3 is okay. Maybe I'll make some bigger ones on the other sheet in case I need a bigger one. 1. 2. They're turning out really pretty and they're all different. I'm going to make this one 2.5, I think. And then this one is 3. Aren't they pretty? Right, so that's those. Let's see what I do with the others. Now I think I might start this way round with these, make them maybe a bit bigger, a bit wider. Make these 4.5 wide. Maybe I'll make these 4.5 by 4 rather than 3 by 4. Let's try it. Well, at least the first one. Cut that at 4. So that's a bit bigger. And let's see. I'm wondering whether to turn that around. So how big's this now? So I'm thinking I might make a, how long is this? 7, just over 7, so it might be quite good for a side tuck or belly band or something like that. If I cut that there, that's not looking very straight now, I don't know why. If I cut that about there, and then I'll cut this one in half, right? So then I've got a belly band, side tuck or tag. And then this one I'm going to just cut more or less in the middle by eye. It doesn't have to be exact. I've got that one and I've got that one, so they can be that way round. Any way round, I mean they can end up as a pocket. Oh, that one's coming up a little bit there. So there we are. That worked reasonably well with the old caterpillar, I think. I'm hoping they're reasonably straight. Sometimes I feel it just veers a little bit. I'm sure that's probably user error. Let me just glue these down a little bit at the edges. And this bit here. Oh, and another bit. Oh, I didn't do a very good job on this one, did I? This little bit. Go over the edges. That can dry. Let's check this. I'm going to have a quick look at all of them, make sure I haven't got any bits peeling up that need to be glued down. That's so pretty, I really like that one. And I think this one's okay. Can go any way really. That would be quite nice that way. And there's that one. That one's alright, that's nice. This one's probably going to end up as a little tag, just because it's a bit small for a journal card. They're all backed. I have backed them before, so I haven't got to worry about doing any of that. And that one's alright. Yep, and I think what I'll do, so these are just little, there's another little taggy one possibly, and that's got a bit of a bit escaping. It's a really fun thing to do with napkins, just collage away, and then you end up with every single tag is slightly different, but all of them are pretty. Right. I think what I'll do next is, and I've just checked the rest of these last couple. I think it's all right. A little bit coming up there. Oh, all the way along there by the looks of it. The thing is, you don't have to have complete coverage because underneath you've got your old papers, your music papers or whatever, and so they can poke through and still look nice. Right, so I'm going to start by rounding the corners, I think, on these, just because I do think a journal card isn't a journal card if it hasn't got rounded corners. Sure, I remember to empty out the little bits, otherwise it jams. I'm also going to sew around them all, so even what bits? Oh, that's coming up a little bit there. Even though I am sewing around it, I am going to just glue these bits down, just to be on the safe side. Okay, and it just makes a difference, just rounding it off, just finishes them. Now some of them just seem to need a little bit of trimming at the sides as well. And they're not going to need, I don't think they're going to need a lot of decoration. They're quite thick with all these layers. But I will add probably some lace to most of them, or some other decorative element. And because they're quite small, they don't need anything too much. No, it's not cutting. That's because I didn't empty it. Ugh. What did I say? Make sure you empty out your corner punch, didn't I? And then I forgot, got carried away. There we are. See if I can get this one to punch properly now. I think the card part has punched, it's just the little piece of napkin hasn't, because it's not stuck down properly. So I'll just do that by hand. Okay, and this one I'll leave because I think that's going to be a tag. Okay, that one's also going to be a tag. Small tags are really handy as well. Okay, get in there properly. Not too bad. Okay, I'll just do this one. I think the others I might not need the others to be done immediately, because I'm thinking that a couple of the others might end up as pockets. So I'm just going to round the corners of the ones I know I want to make into journal cards. Doesn't want to go in there. No. There. Okay. Nice little pile of journal cards. I think this glue's still got a bit of life in it, a little bit, not much. I think the next thing I really need to do is to sew around them all, because that will give them that finished edge, and then I can decorate them after that. I think that's what I want to do. I'm just thinking if maybe I'll put some lace on first and then sew. See if they need any lace. So for instance this one I think needs, nope, it needs to go that way. That needs some lace down the side, so I'll put that on first I think. And I think, let's have a look, see what we've got. Where is this? Oops. I've got this pretty pink one with a pink edge. Might be quite nice, especially if I could just cut down the middle. I mean, some of these I think once you put the bit of lace on and sewn around it, that might be it. That might be all they need. I mean, I do want to put some wedding themed piece, make some of them wedding themed at least. But I think sometimes you don't need an awful lot, even for the wedding journal. You know, some of them just might be fine just with the lace. I'm just wondering whether to cut that down so I can just do it, edge it there, or edge it. I think I might just cut it down the middle and see how it looks. Don't know which side to put the pink bit. For some reason I always end up cutting this lace in half. It sort of looks like it's asking to be cut in half for some reason. So I could put that along that side like that. And I'm wondering whether to just have another little tiny bit of something else along the edge. Let's see if I've got anything narrow like this one. Let's see. I'm going to put that there. Is that going to be too much? I think perhaps it is too much to have another layer of lace. maybe I'll just take off the scallopy edge. I'll see how that looks if it's just straight. Okay. Yep, I think that will do it. A little bit of the old hot glue glue up the side. Right, and that might be enough. Once I've sewn around it, I'll see how I feel about adding anything else. Okay. One there. These things just unravel. Like, actually, that's really pretty. I might use some of that. Let's have a look. No, I don't want the tape on there. Right, so that one's ready to be sewn. What about this one? Again, it's just so pretty as it is. I think I might put a little bit of something across the top. I think I will. Oh, these scissors are starting to struggle. I've got another pair that might work. These ones, maybe they'll work a bit better. Oh, I keep kicking the caterpillar. I've just got it sort of propped on the floor by my chair. I wonder if if I can just get away with cutting it along the middle there rather than. There we are. Just trim off that little sticky out bit. There. So I've just got to tidy it up. I've got bits sticking out that I don't want. That's going to go across there. Actually, I might need a little bit to hold down the flowers as well. There we are. So that's another one done. Oh, that one's coming up. Right, what do I want to do with this one? So have it that way up, I think. I might have First of all, I need to wind this back around and stick it back in place. Otherwise it's going to annoy me no end. Right. Some of them I stick down, some of them I pin down, depending on how easy they are to actually pin or otherwise. So this one is quite a pretty one. I can put that just across the bottom there. Maybe just up from the bottom. Right. Stick it down. Like I said, I am going to sew around these, so this is just to hold them hopefully in place until I can do that. And it may just be they'll need a little phrase or something small to link them to the journal. But it gives me the option of not using all of them for the wedding journal as well if I don't put too much embellishment on them all. I don't know, I just like that one as it is. I might just put a topper on that. I've got this pretty lace here, which I might make as perhaps I'll turn into a topper. Let's have a look. Gosh, that's so pretty. Maybe I do need to put some on here. Don't want it to cover up the flower. So if I made it into a topper, I could do it like that. But then I might want a topper at the side. I think I'm going to leave it until I've sewn around it and decide what I want to do when I put it in the journal. Because if it goes in that way, it needs a topper at the top, but it could just as easily go in that way or even in that way, couldn't it? And then the topper would be in the wrong place. Given that that's the idea, I think I might just put a bit of lace on here anyway. Just because it's so pretty. I think it could just, and you know, you can't go wrong with a bit of lace. And I can always add a topper as I put it in the journal if I feel it needs it. Okay. I know most of the time we think, well, less is more. But when it comes to wedding journals, I think it's more is more. It's a bit like Christmas, isn't it? Weddings. You can never have too much embellishment. Right, another little blue one. It looks like it ought to be that way. I don't think it matters. I got a little blue lace I could use. Let's have a look. I thought I had a narrow blue lace somewhere. I've got a bit buried. Right, I'm going to have to bring the box in. Oh. This is every now and again I tidy it up and have them all standing up nicely, and so I can just go through them, and then every time I rifle through I mess it up. Now I've got lilac and I've got pink. This blue lace is too big, but perhaps I'll cut a piece of it off if I can't find anything else. I think that's the wrong colour blue. Got anything else? Navy blue's no good, I don't think. I think this one has a pretty pink one. I have to keep that in mind. Nope, no small blue. I thought I had a little bit of narrow blue lace. This will probably turn up later. But let's see what I can do with what I've got. So I have this one. It's like the same as the pink. It's very pale. Don't think it works on here. And this colour's not right either, I don't think. You know, I could just cut it in half. So I may have to resort to, let's have a look. Resort to cream or white, probably cream. No, not liking that. Okay. So what can I use instead? Maybe I'll leave it and see how it looks when it's been sewn around. Oh, I've got it coming up at the edge here. Just glue over the top of it as well. Try and seal it. I might put some more flowers on here or something. Maybe leave that one. Oh, and that's another pretty one. And again, I've got a little bit of peeling up here. What lace do we want? Or maybe I just want something. Yeah, I think I won't put lace on all of them because some of them I might put something like a flower or a doily or something after it's been sewn. Hopefully once they've been sewn I won't have too many bits coming up anymore. Now this has got a nice empty space saying I need lace, but I want cream lace, not white lace. Okay. And I want this one, I think. Yeah, that's just the perfect place for it, and it's the perfect size. Might actually be looking that way. Doesn't matter which way around it goes. That's where the lace is going anyway. Sorry, I hope I'm still on camera there. Okay. That bit just needs a trim round. I think when I went round the corners it didn't always catch the edge of the napkin because it's so, particularly if it wasn't quite glued enough. It's fine, not a problem. Like a little escapee there as well. Right, okay. So I've got them all with a bit of lace on, if that's what I think they need. I think that one should go that way. So I'm going to just go away and sew around them all, and then I'll be back to decorate the ones that need decorating. And I don't think they all will, but I certainly want to put a few little wedding-y things on some of them. Okay, so I'll be right back. I am back. I've sewn around everything. So I've sewn around all my little journal cards, and included this one, which I wasn't planning to use as a journal card, but I decided that it made rather nice ones. So I've done that one, and this one. So they've all been sewn around in a sort of pale, in a kind of ivory colour. So they're not very easy to see. I don't even know if you can see there. This one I've gone 2 rows of wiggly sewing just for something different, but you probably can't see it very well. I did change then and did these couple of pockets and a couple of tags in a sort of pale grey, just so that it shows up a little bit more. But they're just for future use, not for the wedding journal. I don't need any more pockets. I think I have plenty. So I'm just going to make a start on decorating these. I've pulled out a whole load of bits and pieces to decorate them with. So we'll see how we go. So I've got a whole load of images by Mrs. Coggs here, wedding images. It's called The Wedding, her kit, and so I thought I'd use some of these because I haven't really used many of them, because I always felt they were a bit big, some of the ones when I just printed them out in as they were. But then I had printed another set smaller, and I've cut round them, and that just makes them a bit more manageable and makes them fit onto the cards a little bit more, something like that. Or I have got this Tim Holtz wedding couple as well. I quite like them, although they don't quite work for me on there. So I quite like that. There's also this couple here. It's quite a nice. I'm just wondering if it's hard to know which one to choose on here, and I really like her. I think I'm going to have to do something about these feathers from the bird, because that looks a little odd. I quite like her on there, and I need to back her with something, so I could use a bit of doily. That might look quite nice. Let's just cut that little piece out. I've got a whole load of lace and all sorts of bits here, but I do like a doily as well. It sort of looks slightly like a bit like a fan as well. I'll have to do it like that. Yeah, I think that looks okay. This one doesn't have any lace on it, so I'll need to do something about that, I think. Wondering whether to just maybe have one of these little flowers. Oops. Got them in white as well. Just wondering whether the white would look better. I've heard she's got a more white dress. Let's just try this. And then maybe this little one. And put a little pearl in the middle or something like that. and that will just finish it. I think that might work. Okay, let's do that. I don't think I'm going to get all of these finished in this session, so I'll have to finish the decorating off camera, and then I'll just show you how they look at the end. All done. To get rid of that funny little sticky out bit. Okay, that's all right. Pop her there. And then those two, I think, rather than I haven't actually got very many white ones left, so those ones will work. Let's see what I've got in the way of pearls to go inside those centres. Are they too big? A bit big. I've got the pink. I've got a bit glittery, which I don't think I want. No. Maybe a pink one. Oh, that's a bit big. Got a small pink one. I've either got too big or too small. I think maybe that will work. We'll try that. Just get rid of that bit. So I'll put these, put the little flowers on first, I think. Get the gunky bits off the Fabri-Tac. Just have to be patient with this stuff to wait for it to go down. I forgot to lie the bottle down so that it was ready to go. There, and a little one, right there, now if I put a little blob in the middle, let's see if I can get the pearl to sit right in the middle there without sinking too much. Hope it just doesn't sort of disappear into the hole. And that one the same. There we are. That's that one done. I'm just wondering, I've got some of my words No. Nope, not quite what I want, so I'll just leave that as it is. Put it up there. Right, next. I think it's that way around. What shall we put on here? I was wondering about this one, whether that would work there. I'm sure I had something saying beautiful bride at somewhere, but I seem to have lost it. Oh, I have. Sorry about the banging. I keep knocking the the caterpillar, because it's just standing on its end right by my leg, and every time I get up I bang it. So sorry if I keep doing that. Right, so I could just put beautiful bride on there, maybe. She looks quite good on there, and the colours just work quite well, so I think I shall just pop that there. And she just tucks under that little edge of lace, which I quite like. Tuck it under there. Just put it up a little bit. Yeah, it looks quite nice. And I think I might just trim this a little bit more. That fit on there. Yep, I'm just going to trim it a bit more underneath. Just want it to sit at the bottom of that image. Right. So it's got a little bit, this glue's got a bit soft and gloopy, but it's not too bad. Still doing the job. That's it, just tuck it under that's it. Just tuck it under that little bit of lace, so it just feels part of the image. And if I can just trim off a little corner. Don't know if I can get in there to do it. Yep. There we are. Beautiful bride. Another one done. Now I've got this blue one. I did wonder about her on here, but I'm not sure. She's a bit big, really. But it hasn't got a great deal of decoration, although I don't want to lose too much of that blue. Little bridesmaid might go on there. Is she a little bit lost there? Or, yeah, she's probably better off on something smaller. So I've got that. That's quite nice. And also this, maybe the bridal couple would look better on here. And I might just put a little bit of I could use a bit of this handkerchief, sort of a corner piece perhaps here. Oh, I did have another corner piece of something lurking around here. There we are. Oh, I had another plan for that though. Yeah, maybe I'll use this. Let's see how much of it I need. Up to about right. Actually, that's. I think I'll have to cut off the cotton part, otherwise you will lose the flowers completely. Just really wanted this little trim, this little, like a little border. And then where'd they gone? Okay, I think that might be all right. Let's put me a bit of, hang on, pin in the art glitter glue before it gets too cloggy. Okay. It's just like a little frame for them, really. Right. Just pop that there, and you've got, yeah, like that. I might use the Fabri-Tac again, just to make sure it sticks onto the background, onto the a little bit of hanky. Ooh, have I missed a? There should be a little thing popped out there. Okay, that's the only bit I've missed. And then I need a little something across the top here. So let's have a look, see what we've got. How about Partners for Life? I might just trim it a little. And run into cloth. Ooh. Oh dear, I should have covered it. It's getting a bit dry. Okay, I'll cover it. A little bit hard to see against the writing on the background. Never mind. It's subtle. Oh gosh, big. It's billowing. Where'd the top go? Oh, there it is. Right, let's quickly cover this up before it dries up too much. Now, I think that's all I'm going to manage to finish on camera. I'm sorry about that. It's takes a while just to do all these different little bits and getting them all cut and stuff. So, but I will finish these, and then I'll show you how they look. Otherwise, we're running into another video, and I really need to crack on with this now, and get the journal finished. So the next video, I will be starting to actually put all of this stuff in the journal at last. About time, I'm sure you're saying. It's taken long enough to get to this point, but I was just having so much fun, just making all these pretty things. So the ones I've actually got finished are these 3. So got a nice little collection of journal cards just to pop in the pockets, and yes, so I'll show you the rest when they're done at the end of the video. Okay, bye for now. Okay, I'm back sometime later. I hope the light's good enough so you can see that I've finished all these little journal cards now, so I just thought I'd quickly show you them now they're done. It's quite a while later, but it is the same day as I started. I just started quite a while ago now. So these are the 3 that you've seen that I finished, and then there's this one. This is the more of a squarish one, bit of lace from the from a hanky. I think that's from a hanky, and one of the Mrs. Coggs images there, and again another Mrs. Coggs image and a bit of lace behind, and a couple of little phrases, I love you and cherish, because it's like a very loving image. This one, I've got a bit of an old doily, a vintage doily behind there. I just cut a piece out. One of my hearts that I made from the little scraps of paper, and also a flower that I've made, just a punched flower. I just think that's rather pretty. I like that one. And you know, if I don't get to use it in the wedding journal, it would go into something else. But I just think you don't need the wedding images on all of them. And similarly with this one, this is actually, I think if I show you this one first, this is one of my snippets that I made, the one with the little flowers on the sort of a more of a bluey colour, and I thought it went quite nicely on here. Bit of doily behind it and one of the images. But the snippet I'd made was a bit too long, so the bit I cut off I've reused on here, because again you've got all the blue, and I didn't really want to put anything more on. I wanted the actual card to shine. You know, the flowers I thought was so pretty, so I just put a little snippet in the corner and put love on there. So again, it could be used in another journal. And I did do one of the tags because I wanted to use this little girl because she looks like a flower girl or a bridesmaid. And that bit of it's dyed something or other, seam binding, I think. I've had it quite a while, so I can't remember what it is. It's not sari silk because it's more it's quite thin. It's sort of voily. It's a bit like voile, or anyway. So the bits are cut off. I cut off a couple of bits once I've tied my tie. So a bit of that has gone behind here as well. So I'm trying to use things up, trying to be good. And this is a bit of the hanky, the same hanky that I used, and this was the bit that was left. So it's gone on here. And I really like that little tag. So again, she may well get used in the journal as well. So yes, I've shown you that one. So yes, I've shown all of them. So there we are. I'm pleased with how they've turned out. They've been lovely to do, really fun. And those napkins, it's a great thing to do. I'm going to do more of those. It's fun and they make lovely backgrounds. So there we go. Thank you very much for joining me, and please do join me again soon. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Bye for now.